TV and our live coverage from Mallory Park today. Well, we've had lots of action so far. Still a lot more to come. They're lining up for the next race here this afternoon. Safety car ready. Famous face in there. Give us a wave from the set. Yeah, you see. Famous face in there, ready to guide these guys out onto the track. And if you take a look behind us again, a great selection of cars about to get underway. So, David, I think I'll hand back to you.
Thanks, Diana. The famous face to which was referred is that of Scott Stringfellow, who these days is the safety car driver for the British Touring Car Championship. But in the late 1980s, he was the Formula Ford champion of Alton Park in FS 1600 racing. But these days, well, he leads every race, but only because he's in the safety car, let's put it that way. So, we go back to racing. This is the second round of races for our 7 different categories here at Mallory Park. And this is the Quaife Intermarque League second race, the grid based on the results of race number 1. So BMW, Keith White, the race 1 winner, is on pole. Steve Hall's Audi TT with him at the front. Jonathan Hogarth is on row 2 alongside Mick Robertson. Chris Brockhurst is on the third row with Mike Reardon, who was a real star in race 1. Richard Smith shares row 4 with Chris Ayling. Nick Starkey's Caterham is on row 5 alongside Stuart Fenton. And then a lot of the remainder of the grid made up of Tigers. There is, as I say, one Caterham, but the rest, similar in shape, are built by the Tiger Company, and they are a very popular car, Barry.
Very much so. Jim Dudley started his motor racing apprentice in 1966 after serving his time out. He opened a small workshop in Dartford, Kent. From then on, he's built replica cars such as D-Type Jaguars, Ferraris, and the very, very successful Lotus replica Tiger, which is a supercar. And as yeah, this should be good because the circuit is covered in oil everywhere because the marshals once again have done their job.
Yeah, marshals have been busy, and the previous races when we had the slippy surface generated by oil being put down, so it's going to be very lively, this race, as if the first one wasn't lively enough anyway. Now the car's turning into the S's, Barry, yep.
Number 91 is going out of the pits now. They're going to let him go. Possibly they're going to let him start in the pit lane. He's got his... No, he's going back out on the circuit. He's going to go really quickly now to try and catch these cars up that I believe are coming into... That's the car that crashed.
It is. Baz Johnson. Great effort by the team. When we last saw that, it only had 3 wheels on it, and they've got it back together, and it's going to be in the race. Well done.
Because it's an ex-Euro car.
There you go.
Built and designed by Sonny Howard, a man that made his name in oval racing, along with my good self. Here we are, the grid. And would you believe the car on the outside, number 9 there, had the prototype tyres fitted to his car, and he came second. He's leading the championship. And I believe that he's put his old tyres back on. So let's see if it can be reversed between 38 there, as you can see, the race winner of the last time, and the number 9 car.
We go racing. The Union flag is waving. The cars are released then. Away we go for the Quaife Intermarque League. Keith White's BMW grabs the lead, and Steve Hall slots in behind him. Their third is Jonathan Hogarth, and you've got Mick Robertson in the Corrado in 4th place. These cars that run in the Silhouette class, effectively cars from National Hot Rod Racing. Very, very smartly presented. They give great racing on ovals. They give great racing around Mallory Park as well. White leads the way. Hall second, and these two together down to the S's.
Big change down there. I even heard it here from our outside camera. You know, you heard it as he changed down there. White in the BMW there, being chased hard, but a little touch there.
On board with Chris Brockhurst, looking for a way past the Irishman Mike Reardon as they come now through the hairpin, making their way down towards the Devil's Elbow. So, end of lap number 1. It's Keith White in the BMW that leads the way, but only just. Look, right there on his tail is Steve Hall. Vastly experienced circuit racer is Steve, and he's on the back. 2/10 of a second adrift, that's all. Jonathan Hogarth is third, Mick Robertson there 4th, 5th going through is Mike Reardon, and 6th is Chris Brockhurst.
Hogarth and Robertson, if White and Hall have a little touch, they're there to grab 1st and 2nd position. This is going to be a very, very quick race.
Down the steady straight they go then. The battle is on for 3rd place. Mick Robertson, he's eyeing up Jonathan Hogarth. So too is Steve Hall, but the gap is just creeping up between the top 2. Hall trying to find a way past White, but he's dropping back just ever so slightly. Mick Robertson in that black and yellow Corrado looking very serious about getting 3rd place. The former Bangor racer turned hot rod racer. He was world champion in super rod racing for the big 3-litre V6 powered cars years and years and years ago. Then he went into national hot rods, and Mick looks for a way through, coming down to the elbow. Can't find a way through. Hogarth fends him off. This is Chris Brockhurst's view as well, coming out of the elbow and now over the line.
Yeah, very good car. Brockhurst got a nice car now. He's racing something like in 6th position. No, he is in 6th position. Let's see him turn into this particular corner now, which is Gerrard's. Stay nice and tight. on the inside there. That is Hogarth, the yellow with the black stripes. Back of the car already stepping out. You've got the Irishman challenging hard on the inside there, the green car.
Mike Reardon gains a place. He's got ahead of Robertson, hasn't he? So that was a really audacious move, very opportunistic, and it worked. And again, Hogarth getting all sideways through the S's. That's cost him just a little bit of speed up towards the hairpin.
Well, the Irishman, I think, has sorted his brakes out. He was good in the first race. He's now right round the outside, dives up the inside. I think he's going to have to run down the straight. Hogarth's got to use every bit of tarmac and a little bit more. In the meantime, the two lead cars are pulling out.
Over the line have gone the top two. Now this great battle, third and fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh goes through. Richard Smith, look, he's on the back of that queue. Mick Robertson then goes through the right hand and out up ahead once again to Mike Reardon. These two are nose to tail. Brockhurst is next. This is Chris Brockhurst queue, and behind him is Richard Smith, who is catching up all the time. This silhouette class, as I say, effectively for national hot rods from Oval Racing, giving great racing, and Robertson once again tries to go up the inside of Jonathan Hogarth, but he can't do it. Mike Reardon, the Irishman, then right on his tail. Great battle this.
Really sliding, all four wheels going into the S's. Meanwhile, the lead two cars are pulling out a lead now. You'll see the lead car, number 38 of Kevin White. He's got problems when he comes out of that hairpin there with third gear. So he's changing nice and slowly. That lets the second place car get right onto his back bumper, or up his rear, I should say.
Now this is Chris Brockhurst, right on the tail of Mike Reardon, who is dropping back down the order just a little bit. Chris Brockhurst trying to gain another place, but Reardon lost a spot on that last lap through. We're on to lap number 5. There are the leaders, and look at the way that Steve Hall is coming back, and Keith White for the race lead now. The gap was a tenth of a second at the start of this lap. They are absolutely tied together, going to the end of the Stebby straight now, into the S's. Keith White it is in the BMW Z4 shape that leads the way. The Audi TT clone is there behind him.